Hello and very good morning everyone. Welcome to the second class of 40 days 40 maths revision series. In this class we'll be talking about percentage, and this is our second class. The first class has been done. If you are joining this series for the first time, then go through the ratio and proportion class, and as you can see, these will be the list of classes, and every day around 10:30 am you will get your class for next 40 days. Okay, so today's class is very special because on an average you will say 2 to 3 questions are coming in every examination, whether it is in the form of DI or whether it is in directly questions are being asked. So percentage is the most important chapter. If you are not having a very good grip over percentage, it will create an issue. Now, what are the things, what are the types that has been asked, what are the framework you should have when you see a question, you understand how to approach that. So the basic concept as usual. Then the second, and this is quite common, it is A is more or less than B, then in this much percentage. So how it will play out. Then successive and increase or decrease. Consumption related problem, very tricky. Income saving expenditure problems, as usual you will see more number of questions from these two specifically. Exam problems nowadays also SSC CGL questions are coming. Election is the quite common type. Population, commission problems, Venn diagrams based, percentage use in arithmetic and mensuration. So we'll be covering each and every type. Let's start. First question. See, before I move to the first question, I want all of you to know, if you are not good in math and if you struggle in percentage, then try to remember this shit. Because if you remember this shit, your 99% of the problems are done. Because most of the time we will be struggling in calculation part, and the calculation will be around all these things. So what we'll be doing in this whole lecture, whenever we'll come up with a percentage, for an example we'll be seeing 25%, so we'll be converting 25% as 1 by 4. For an example we come up with 12.5%, we'll take it as 1 by 8th. Okay, so that's why understanding fraction and their equivalent percentage, or I can say percentage and its equivalent fraction, is more important than anything else in this chapter. So get a good grip over it. You should at least practice this daily for 5 minutes, because this is the heart and soul of percentage chapter. Okay, so let's not waste more time, jump into the question. First question: which of the following is the least? So what it is saying, out of all these options, which option's value is the least, the smallest one? So first thing, very easy one, 10%, it is 72. It is talking about 15%, sir. We know 15% of 500 is 75. That means it is always 75 plus. Sir, it is saying 12% of 625. Sir, 12% of 600 is 72 plus 12% of 25 is equal to 3. So this is equal to also 75. Now, sir, 9%. Sir, it is saying 9% of 800 is 72. 45 means this will be 72 plus. Common sense. We will be not using anything else over here. That means, sir, this is the smallest thing, because everything else here is more than 72. So what is the smallest one? Sir, the least one is 10% of 720. Clear? Next. So the salary of Mohit is 60% more than Vijay. Salary of Vijay is how much percentage less than Mohit? See, this is the most important type. This is the most common type. You will find most common type of question you will find in the examination of any SSC and RRB examination. So I will give you a theory. So whenever it is says, if income of Mr. A is X% more than income of Mr. B, then by how much percentage income of Mr. B is less than Mr. A. Okay, so the formula is the percentage X divided by 100 plus X into 100%. Now if it says, if this is X percent less than Mr. B, then by how much percentage income of Mr. B is more? So in case of more, it will be X by 100 minus X into 100 percentage. This is the basic thing, okay? So you should understand it carefully. Now, here it is saying salary of Mohit is 60% more than A. That means my X is what? 60. So it will be 60 by 160 into 100. 0, 0 crossed out. 2 3 is a 6. 2 8 is a 16. Sir, 8. 12.5 is equal to 100. 12.5 into 3 is equal to 37.5. Option D is the answer. Clear? Very simple question. If you remember the formula, it will be quite easy for you to answer it. Now, if 15% of A ratio with 25% of B is proportional to 8 by 11. What it is saying, sir? 15% of A. That means 3 by 20 of means multiplication by A is equal to 25%. So 1 by 4 multiplied by B is equal to 8 by 11. This is what all about. It is asking what is A is to be. Very simple, sir. Sir, 1 as it is 4, 5 are 20. Sir, this can be written as 3 by 5 A B is equal to 8 by 11. As usual, we are just simplifying the calculation. So, sir, I can write A by B is equal to 8 will be multiplied here. So, 40. 3 will be multiplied here. So, it will be 33. So, what is the ratio of A is to B? 40 is to 33. Option D. Next. The product of 15% of A and 35% of B. Now break the question. The product of 15% of A and 35% of B when divided by 21% of C gives 37 as the answer. So 15% of A means 3 by 20 of A, and product means multiplication. 35, that means 7 by 20% of B divided by 21%, that means 21 by 100 into C gives how much answer? 37 answer. Sir, 3 7s are 21, so this will directly crossed out 20. Sir, 20 5s are 100, 5 4s are 20, because all are in what? All are in the denominator. So what is remaining? Sir, I can write A multiplied by B divided by 4C is equal to 37. Now, sir, I can write A cross B divided by C is equal to 37 into 4. That means 148. Sir, it is asking what will be the answer if the product of A and B is divided by C, Answer option C. Clear? Next. If numerator of a certain fraction is increased by 80%, while the denominator is increased by 200%. Now understand this. If a fraction is written as x by y, x will be known as the numerator, okay? And y will be known as the denominator. Now, if something says if any number is increased by x percentage, so new number will be what? 100 plus x by 100 multiplied by the number n. Clear? Now, for decrease, if this is decrease, this is the similar case, decreased by x percentage, so new number will be 100 minus x by 100 into the number. Now, it is saying the numerator of a certain fraction, let's say the fraction was a by b. So, A is the numerator, so it is increased by 80%. That means 100 plus 80, 180 divided by 100%. If I solve it, I will get 9 by 5. While the denominator is increased by, you always need to understand whether it is written as increased to or increased by. Increased to means if it was x previously, now it is y. If increased by y, that means x plus y. Okay, so that is the thing you need to remember. Now it is saying increased by 200%, that means 100 plus 200, 300 divided by 100, that is equal to 3. So 3 3s are 9. I can write this is A3 divided by B into 5. Clear? Then the ratio of the numerator and the denominator, then the ratio, that means this new ratio is equal to 21 by 50. Now 3 7s are 21, 5 tens are 50. So I can write, sir, a by b is equal to 7 by 10. That means a by b is what? A by b is my initial fraction. So my initial fraction, or I can say original fraction, or I can say actual fraction. What is its value? Sir, 7 by 10. Option C. Clear? Next. Type 2 number problems. This type of question is seen most of the time in case of simplification. Okay. So this is quite easy. You do not have to worry about it. So it is saying 10% of 100, 1000% of 100. Sir, percentage means what? Here it will be 100. If I take out the percentage mark, here it will be 100. Off means multiplication. This 100 will cross out this 100. This 0 will cross out this 0. This 0 will cross out this 0. What is remaining, sir? 10 into 10, 100 answer. Next. What percentage of 5% is, see, what percentage of 5% is 3%? Sir, that means x percentage of 5% is equal to 3%. Or if I remove all this, I can say x percent of 5 is 3. Sir, very basic. 5 6 is 30. We are talking about 5, so it is 60%. Answer C. Answer B. Quite simple. Next. By what percentage is the percentage of the number of vowels in the word constant less than the percentage of constant? Now understand here. It is saying by what percentage is the percentage of number of vowels. So in consonant, how many vowels are there? Sir, O, O, A. How many vowels? Sir, 3 vowels. How many constants? Consonants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the total number? Sir, 9. So it is saying by what percentage is the percentage of number of vowels. What is the percentage of number of vowels? 3 by 9 into 100, or I can say 3 by 9 means 1 by 3 into 100. Sir, 1 by 3 into 100%. Sir, 1 by 3 represents 33.33%. This is why I told you the fractional value to its equivalent percentage and the percentage value to its fraction is quite important. This is the percentage of vowels. Now, it is asking about what? What is the percentage of constants? Consonants. Sir, 6 by 9 into 100%. Sir, this can be written as 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. That means 2 by 3, which is equal to 66.67%. Okay. Now, it is saying, sir, by how much percentage this value is less than percentage of constants? You are not talking about by how many percentage this number of vowels is less than the constants. You are talking about the percentage. Sir, here less 66.67 or 66, whatever you like to take. Let's take 66 for the purpose of calculation. Minus 33.33 less than constants. So 66.66 into 100%. Sir, 66.66 minus 33.33 will get me 33.33 divided by 66.66 into 100%. Sir, I can see this can be multiple of 2. So this is 1 by 2 into 100% or simply I can say 50%. So the percentage of number of vowels in word consonant is 50% less than the percentage of constant. That is option D. Clear? Next. 20% of A plus B is equal to 30% of A minus B. Then what is the percentage of B is equal to A? So 20% means what? 1 by 5 of A plus B is equal to 30% means, sir, 3 by 10 of A minus B. Sir, let's crisscross or cross multiply. Sir, 5 will be multiplied here, 10 will be multiplied here. So here it will be 10 into A, 10A, plus 10 into B, 10B. Sir, here it will be 5 into 3, 15. So it will be 15A minus 15B. Sir, 15A minus 10 is equal to 5A. 10B minus 15B. So this will come to this side. So it will be plus 15B. So 10B, 15B is equal to 25B. Sir, 5 5s are 25. So the value of A is equal to 5B. Now what it is saying? Then what is the percentage of B is equal to A? What is the percentage of B is equal to A? Sir, we can see A here. A is 5 times of B. That means 500%. That means 500%. Very simple. Clear? Next. A number is divided into two parts in such a way that 80% of first part is 3 more than 60% of the second part, and 80% of the second part is 6 more than 90% of the first part. Then what is the number? Okay, now let's say a number was x plus y. Okay, so the first part is x, the second part is y. It is what saying first information is 80% of the first part. That means, sir, 4 by 5 of x is 3 more than is equal to 3 more than 60% of second. That means 3 by 5 of the second. First thing, yes. Now second information, 80% of the second part. Sir, 80% of the second part is equal to what? 4 by 5 of y is 6 more than 90% of first part. Sir, 90% of first part can be written as 9 by 10 x plus 6 more. Clear? Yes or no? Now we just need to solve the question, and from two equation we'll be finding out the number. So now this is homework for all of you. Clear? Next. Type 3 successive problem. Now understand this. If it says something is increases, then we'll take plus a percentage. Something is decreases, we'll take minus that percentage. Now in case of successive percentage, what happens? Plus or minus, there are two successive percentage. Successive percentage means once this percentage was applicable, again something is increased or decreased. Okay, so in that case successive percentage will be written as, if you know it, let's remember, plus minus a percentage, plus minus a percentage. If plus and plus will be there, there will be plus. Minus or minus will be there, there will also be plus. So let me write it as b so that it won't create confusion. So first a percent was increased or decreased, then b percent was increased or decreased. So it will be written as plus or minus a percentage plus or minus b percentage plus a into b by 100. This will get me what? Exactly one successive percentage. So it is saying, now understand this through a question. It is saying the price of an article is increased by 20%. That means plus 20. Its sale is reduced by 20%. What is the net effect on the volume? Net effect on the revenue? Now, sir, what is happening here? If I have to answer it in a very simpler manner, sir, previously the price was 100 and the sales was, let's say, 100. For each 100 rupees he was able to sell 100 toys. Now what happened? The price is increased by 20%. So this is now 120. Now the sales, this was what? Sales. This was what? Price. Now the sales is dropped, reduced by 20%, means it is now 80. Now what is the total revenue? Sir, previously revenue was 100 into 100, 10,000. To 120 into 80, 9,600. So what is the effect or loss? Sir, I can say 10,000 minus 9,600 is equal to 400 upon 10,000 multiply by 100. 0 0 crossed out, 0 0 crossed out. So it is 4%, and that to what? This has been reduced from the previous number, so it is dropped by what? 4%. Yes or no? This is one way. Or if you know the successive percentage, sir, 20% increase minus 20% reduced. So plus 20 into 20 by 100 plus 20 minus 20 crossed out, 20 by 100 is equal to 4%. So what is the sorry, this will be minus, because one is plus, another is minus, so it will be minus. So this is minus 4%. So minus 4% means what? Sir, 4% decrease. As simple as that. Next. Mridul's working hours per day increased by 25%. His hourly wages increased by 20%. By how much percentage did his daily earning increase? Sir, 25% increase. So plus 20% again increase. So plus 25 into 20 by 100. Sir, this is 45 plus 25 into 20 is equal to 500 divided by 100 is equal to 5. This is equal to 50%. Everything is in what? Everything is in, sir, plus. So it is increase, that is 50%. Clear? Next. Two successive increments 30% each is by what percentage? More than two successive decrements of 30%. Sir, increment 30, 30 plus 3 30 into 30 900 divided by 100, that is 9. So this is 69. Decrease, sir, 30 minus 30 minus minus plus 9. Sir, 30 30 60 plus 9 is equal to minus 51. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. It is saying it is by how many percentage more than two successive decrements of this. Now decrement of this is equal to what? 51%. How many percentage more means 69 minus 51 into 100. Sir, this can be written as 18 divided by 51 into 100%. Yes or no? Do you getting the point? Because it is asking about what? It is, sir, asking about the percentage value. So percentage value will be calculated based on what, sir? Percentage value will be calculated based on this whole calculation. Now if I solve it, we will get 1800 by 51. Sir, 51 3 will be available here. That will be 153. 153 means that will be 270. So again there will be 51.5. So answer will be 35 point something. Here only one option there. So answer is 35.29%. Clear? Next. The price of fuel decreases by 15%, 12% and 10% in 3 successive months, but increases by 25% in the 4th month. What is the percentage of increase and decrease? Now, I would suggest whenever you get to this sort of question, there are multiple numbers of increase or decrease, you take it by this. See, 15% decrease, 12% decrease, 10% decrease. Then it increased by 25%. Okay, so we'll be taking successive percentage of this. Then whatever we get, we'll take successive percentage of this. Then whatever we get, we'll take successive percentage of these two. Okay, so this way we'll be solving this. Now, sir, successive percentage of 15, 12. Sir, minus 15 minus 12 plus 15 into 20, 180 by 100. So that can be written as minus 27 plus 1.8, which can be written as minus 25.2. Clear? Now what is given? Minus 25.2 minus 10. So that means minus 30.2 plus 25.2 into 10. That means 252 divided by 100, which can be written as minus 35.2 plus 2.52. Now here most of you will commit the mistake. How? Sir, you will say this is 5.2, this is 5.2. It will crossed out. No, dear. This is 35.2. Here calculation mistakes happen. This is 2.52. So this will be solved this way. So that means this is 0. 10 minus 2 is 8. 1 common. 11 minus 5 is 6. Now this is 34. 2. So this is 32 minus will be here. So remember this. You will commit mistake here. You will waste your 20-30 second over here. So now here the answer is minus 32.68. And what is remaining, sir? Plus 25. Sir, this can be further written as minus 32.68 plus 25. Minus plus will be minus 32.68 into 25 divided by 100. 25 4 is 100. 4 8 is 32. 0.41 is 4. 28.7. Yes. Now this will be what? So this will be minus 7.68. And this is minus 8.17. Minus minus they can be added. So this the whole thing can be written as 875 15 617 plus 1 8. So that means 0.85% is in this option. Only one option there, and also minus will be here. So answer is decreased by 15.85%. Clear? The pain point of this question is not about whether you will be able to calculate it or not. The questioner knows that you will commit mistake over here. You will take your time over here. That's why when you come from the examination hall, you feel like, sir, this was very calculative. I did, and when the answer came, sir, I did silly mistakes, because you did not understood what was the number. So remember this and try to implement this in your practice and examination. And why I am creating this series? Because in this series I have covering all possible, all probable, all most important types questions. So this is more than sufficient for your SSC examination. Okay. Next, a number is first increased by this. So this is easy. So I'll give it a homework. Okay. Now the new type, it is saying consumption problems type 4. If the fruit price is increased by this much, by how much percentage should the consumption be decreased? Now what I would say, you can do it in a traditional method as well, but if you remember the formula, it will be a bit easier for you if you remember the formula. Okay, what is the formula? If it says, if price is increased, in case of increased, what will be always doing? Plus. Or price is decreased by X percentage, by how much percentage consumption should be. See, if price is increased, then consumption has to decrease to keep the expenditure same. If price is decreased, you are getting the same thing for lesser price, you will consume more. So the consumption will be decreased in case of increase in price and increased in case of decrease in price. So that expenditure means the total spending remains same. Okay, so the formula to this question is very simple. Sir, here we have taken X percentage as the answer. So I will write, sir, X by 100 plus in case of increased price minus in case of decreased price. 100 plus or minus X into 100 percentage. Clear? Yes or no? Yes. Now here it is saying the fruit price is increased by 25%. That means 25 divided by 100 plus 25. 125 into 100%. 25 5 is a 125. 520 is a 100%. So the consumption should be decreased by 20% to keep the revenue or to keep the expenditure same. Clear? I will give you 10 seconds to consume this. Okay. I hope now sorted. Next. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 40%, by what would be the percentage decrease in the width to maintain the same area? Same as it is. 40, 140, and 200. 0, 0 crossed out. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14. Sir, 1 by 7 is equal to 14.28%. 2 by 7 means what? 28.56, or you can say 28.6%, because it is talking about correct to one decimal. So it is 28.6%. Clear? Next. The price of onion is increased by this much. The consumption of onion is increased by this much. What is the approximate increase in the expenditure on the account of percentage? Sir, I am seeing that you have told us this is consecutive. Sir, successive. Sir, 12.5. 12.5 plus 12.5 into 12.5 divided by 100. Sir, this is 12.5 into 12.5, that is equal to 25, plus 12.5 into 12.5. So I can write 125 into 125 divided by 100, because point decimal 100. 100 is there. So 25 5 is a 125, 25 4 is a 100. So this can be further written as 5 20 is a 100, 5 4 is a 20, 5 25 is a 100. So this can be written as 25 plus 25 by 16, 4 by 4. Basic calculation. I am not doing here something extraordinary over here. Okay, so understand this now. So 25 by 16 can be written as 25 plus 20, 16 1s are 16, 9 out here. So 16 5s are 80, something like that. So answer will be 26.5 something. That is option D. You do not need to get into the calculation. Understand what is coming out and answer it that way. Clear? Now, if you do not remember this, what you understand? Sir, 12.5% means 1 by 8. Sir, it says the onion price was previously 8, now it is increased to 1%, that means 9. Now this is what? Price. Consumption, sir, previously consumption was 8, now it is increased by 1 by 8, so it is 9. So what is the total expenditure? Previously it was 64, now it is 81. 81 minus 64 is equal to 17 divided by 64 into 100 percentage. So if you calculate what is 1700 by 64, what is 1700 by 64, you will get your answer. And if you will calculate the same thing, you will get the same answer, that is 26.56%. Clear? Next. The price of sugar is increased by this much. By what percentage should the consumption of sugar be decreased? The expenditure will same. Sir, very simple. 15 by 100 and 15 into 100. Sir, 2 5 3s are 15. 5 23s are 115. Sir, this is 300 by 23. Sir, 23 ones are 23. What is remaining, sir? 7 zeros. Sir, 23 3 is equal to 69. So what is remaining? 1 0. So 1 0 means 23 0. That means, sir, 13.0 as usual. Very basic. Next. When the price of sugar, so it is homework. Very simple. You know it. Now, this is SSC special questions for all of you. It is saying the price of ticket of a show of circus was 12. Not an issue. When the price of the ticket is reduced, then the audience is increased by 80% and the total income is increased by 20%. Find the price of ticket. Sir, previously the price of ticket was 12. Now the price of ticket is reduced, 12 minus x. Basic thing. Okay. So previously, let's say audience was 100. Now audience is 180. So what is the revenue? Sir, 12 into 100, that is 1200 revenue over here. Here it will be 12 minus x into 180. Now it is saying, sir, when this whole thing happens, increase of 80%, the total income is increased by 20%. That means previously it was this, the new revenue will be 1200 into 20% increase, that is 6 by 5, which is equal to this much, 12 minus x into 180. Sir, 0 0 both side crossed out. Sir, here 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20. So here I can write 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 3 2s are 6. So I can write, sir, 8 is equal to 12 minus x, or 12 minus 8 is equal to x, that is equal to 4. So what is the difference, sir? 12 minus 4, that is 8. So what is the new price after reduction? That is rupees 8. Basic question. Okay. This way you can solve it without any hurdle. Next. Entry ticket of a cinema hall is 250. So this is the same thing. It's a homework for you. Okay. Now, when the price of sugar is increased by this much, the family reduced its consumption per month such that the expenditure is very basic. So I will keep it as homework. This is most important question and asked many times. Okay. So first, in this sort of question, I will give you a theory. See, if in any case, price of any goods, okay, reduced, let's say, reduced by X percentage, and customer can buy, let's say, Y kg more for rupees R. New price of goods per kg will be what? Sir, here what is my percentage reduced? X, multiply by how much I am spending here? Sir, I am spending here R, divided by 100 into how much I am getting more? Y. Simple calculation. Okay. Now it is saying if the reduction is of 15% of price of wheat, so X is what? 15%. Enables a housewife to buy 6 kg more. Y is equal to 6. for the rupees 2720. Now x into r, that is 15 into 2720 divided by 100 into c. C means 6 kg. Now we'll solve it. Sir, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 5 20s are 100, 0 0 crossed out, 2 2s are 4, sir, 4 6s are 24, 3 2 4 8s are 32. So what is the new price per kg? Sir, new price per kg is equal to 68. Clear? Next. A family member spends 25% of his monthly income on food, 35% of the remaining on home loan and other bank debts, and half of the rest on the education of the children. If this member saves this much every year, then what was the monthly income? Now, when I say, for an example, I have 100 rupees, okay? Now I spend 25%. That means I spend 25. So what is remaining? 75. When I say I am spending 50% of the remaining, that means I am calculating 50% on this particular case. Okay. So understand this, when it is saying 50% on the remaining. So remaining means what? Remaining means this. Okay. So here what it is saying? Here it is saying after 25% on the monthly income of food, it is it's spending 35% on the remaining on home loan. Okay. So 35% is gone out of this. So what is remaining, sir? 75 into 65 by 100. I can precisely say this. Now it is saying half of the rest, that means out of this half of 50% is gone. So what is remaining, sir? 75 into 65 by 100 was there, half is gone, so that means another half is there. Yes, then this is equal to the savings, that is 46,215. This is what 100x. So we took the salary as x. So we are considering each and everything here. Yes or no? Yes. Now, sir, very basic. 25 3s are 75. 25 4s are 100. Clear? Now, sir, 5 here. Sir, 5 13 is 65. 5 9s are 45. 1 2 5 2s are 10. 2 1 5 4s are 20. 1 5 5 3s are 15. Yes or no? Yes. Sir, now we need to solve this further. Sir, here 3 9 2 11 plus 4 15 plus 3 18. That means this can be divided by 3. Sir, 3 3s are 9. 1 here, so 2 here, so 0 will be there. Sir, 4 3 8s are 24. 1 3 1s are 3. Clear? Yes or no? Yes. Now 13. Sir, 13 2s are 26. 4 8. Sir, 13 3s are 39. Sir, what is remaining? 91. Sir, 13 sevens are 91. So what is remaining? X is equal to 237 into 420 is 8. Yes or no? Yes. Now x is what? 8 sevens are 56. 8 threes are 24 plus 5 29. 8 twos are 16 plus 2 18. So the answer is 81896 into 100 double zero. Clear? So it's this is what? This is his monthly income. Now we did not find the answer. Why we did not find the answer? Because here it was given, it was saving for every year. So monthly saving is divided by 12. This is divided by 12. This is divided by 12. So either I can calculate it and solve it, or I can simply calculate over here. Sir, 4 2s are 8. 4 3s are 12. 7 3 plus 7 plus 3, 10 plus 12. That means this is divisible by 3. Sir, 3 7s are 21. 2 7 3 9s are 27. 79 into 2 is equal to 158 into 100, because that is the monthly salary. So what is my monthly salary? 15,800. See, if you do not understand this, if you miss this part, you will think about what I did wrong. I did every calculation properly. You will go through the calculation twice, thrice, 4 times. Why I am not able to solve it? I solved it. I should get 2 marks. I should get 3 marks in the mains. But you forgot to remember that this was all about every year. So this is how you do the calculation. This is how you mix the point, and this is how you even after spending 2 minutes in a particular question, you get frustrated, you feel demotivated, and you get to skip the most easiest the skip easiest questions, and you attempted less, you made huge mistakes, you did silly mistakes because of pressure, and you could not score well. Okay, so be prepared for these things. Okay, next, type 5. So we are talking about income expenditure. So monthly income of a person was 80,000. His monthly expenditure was 45,000. Next year, his income was increased by 16% and his expenditure is increased by 8%. Find the percentage increase of his savings. Sir, income, write it this way: expenditure, saving. Income was 80,000. Expenditure was 45,000. So saving was 80 minus 45, that is 35,000. Now, next year, income increased by 16%, 80,000, 16% means, that means 92,800 is the new salary. Now, his expenditure is increased by 8%. Sir, 8% of 45 is equal to 360. 8% of 45 is equal to 360. That means it is now 48,600. So, what is its increase? What is its increase in savings? Sir, I will take out the difference. Sir, this is 200, this is 4, this is 4. Previously this was 35,000, now this is 4,000, 44,200. So increase is 9,420. So increase is equal to 9,200 divided by previous value into 100%. Sir, 0 0 crossed out, 1 0 crossed out. Sir, I can say 5 7s are 35, 5 1s are 5, 4 2, 5 8s are 40, 2 0, 5 4s are 20. Now 180 by 4. Sir, 7, this cannot be 3, so this will be 7 2s are 14, 4 4. Sir, this means 7 6 are 46. So this will be 26 point something. Only answer option B has that option. So option B is the right answer. Next. Navneet saves 85% of income. His saving is decreased by this much. So this is a homework. Next. A family earns 75,000. Out of his 10% is saved. 30% of this expenditure is incurred on education, while 30% saved on health, and the remaining amount is spent on food. What is the percentage of food expenditure on the total? Sir, 75%, 5,000 was earning income. 10% saved, that means 7,500 is saved. So what is the total expenditure? If I take out the deduction, it will be, sir, 68,000. Yes or no? Yes. Out of 68,000 on health, he is spending how much? 37,375, which is equal to, sir, this is 25,401. Sir, this will be 38,000. So 38,125 is what? Sir, 38,125 is equal to the remaining expenditure. Now, out of this remaining expenditure, it's 30% of the expenditure is incurred on education, this much on health, and the remaining on the spent of the food. Now, 30% of expenditure, that means total expenditure is this much. So 30% of this is equal to 68,500 into 3 by 10. 0 0 crossed out. I will write 0. 3 5s are 15. 3 8s are 24 plus 1 25. 3 6 are 18 plus 2 is equal to 20. So how much it has been spent on education? So education 20,550. So what is the difference? 5. Sir, 7. Sir, here it will be 10 5 5. 37 20 is equal to 17. So the rest 17,575 is expenditure on food. So what is the expenditure of food on total income? That means 17,575 divided by 7,500,000 into 100%. 0 0 crossed out. Sir, here 5 50, 150 is a 75, 750. Sir, here 5 3s are 15, 2 5, 5 5s are 50, 25, 5 1s are 5, 2 5, 5 5s are 25. Again, sir, we can divide it by 5, or let's try by 15. Sir, 15 10s are 150. 15 2 is equal to 30. 5 1. 15 3 is equal to 45. 65. Sir, 15 4 is equal to 60. So here the answer will be 23.4 percentage. Yes or no? I think this option has been miswritten. This will be 23.4 percentage. Clear? Yes or no? Got it? Next. Suhani pays tax at rate of 30% on her entire income of 90,000 and Ritika pays tax at 40% on her entire income of Y. If the overall tax rate on their combined incomes comes to 37%, what is the value? Sir, 90,000, Suhani's income was 90,000. She is paying 30%. That means how much she is paying? 27,000. Yes or no? Yes. Now, Ritika's salary is Y. She is paying 40%. That means, sir, I can write she is paying 2 by 5 of his salary. Yes or no? Yes. Now, 27,000 plus 2 by 5 of Y is 37%. That means if I take the total salary, that will be 37% of the whole. Yes or no? Yes. It is asking about the value of Y. Now you can solve it and find the answer further. This is a basic calculative question. Nothing else over here. Okay. So this will be a homework for all of you. Now the next type. It is all about what? It is about the examination problem. It is one of the favorite in nowadays. A candidate who got 20% of the marks in an examination fails by 30 marks. Sir, let's say the passing mark was 50. So when I say I failed by 20 marks, that means how much I scored? 50 minus 20 is equal to 30. So if I say if I would have scored 20 more marks, I would have passed. That means whatever I scored, if I add 20, I will get what? The passing mark. Yes or no? Yes. So based on this concept, we will be solving this question. This is what? This was the concept. Okay. So let's not confuse with it. So it is saying candidate got 20% of the mark. So let's say total mark was X. So 20% means X by 5 and fail by 30%, 30 marks. So X by 5 plus 30 is what? This is my passing mark. Now another candidate got 32% marks and gets 42 marks more than necessary for passing. That means if I say I scored 20 marks more than passing marks, that means my score minus 20 marks will be the passing mark. So the passing mark here is equal to what? 32% of total. That means 32 by 100 of X minus 42 mark. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now we can solve it. Sir, 32 by 100 X minus X by 5 is equal to 42 plus 30 is equal to 72. Sir, this will be 32x, or X by 5 can be written as 20 by 100. Sir, this will be 12x by 100, which is equal to 72. 12 6 is 72. So the value of X, that is my total mark, is equal to 600. Option D is the right answer. Clear? Next. A student required 20% marks to pass in psychology. If she secured 10% of marks and failed by 20 marks, what is the passing mark? So let's say the total mark was X. Passing mark is what? 20% mark. That means X by 5. Okay. So she scored 10%. That means she scored X by 10 and failed by 20 marks. So if I add 20 mark, I will get what? Passing mark, that is X by 5. So X by 5 minus X by 10 is equal to 20, or I can write, sir, X by 10 here is equal to 20. So the total mark is equal to X in 20 into 20, that is 200. But it is asking about what? It is asking about the passing mark. What is the passing mark? 20%. So 20% of this is equal to 1 by 5 of this, that is equal to 40. So answer option A. Clear? Next. In an examination, Rawson got 30% marks and failed by 64 marks. If he had got 40% of marks, he would have secured 32 marks more than the passing mark. Okay, so 30%, that means 30 by 100 X failed is equal to got 40% of marks, secured 32 marks more. So I can write, sir, 40x minus 30x is equal to 10x by 100. Sir, 64 plus 32 is equal to 96. Sir, 0 0 crossed out. X is equal to 960. Maximum mark is equal to 960. Clear? Next. Vikas gives 3 examination. The respective ratio of the marks scored by him in 3 examination, that is 3:5:6. the maximum marks in the three examination are, this is secured marks. Maximum marks were what? 7, 11 and 10. If he scored 50% marks in total, if he scored 50% marks in total, then in how many examination has he scored 50% marks more than 50%? Okay, so first thing is that what is the total? 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 6, 14. Here what is the total? So 10, 21 plus 7, 28. So he is scoring exactly 50% here. So I do not need to check all thing about the ratio now. I need to check only 50% more, in which case, sir, here 10 was the mark, he scored 6. So it is more than 15%, 50%. Sir, here 11 was the mark, he scored 5. This is not more than 50%. Here 7 was the mark, he scored 3. This is not more than 50%. So in how many examination he scored more than 50%? Only in one examination he scored more than 50%. Because 50% of 11 is 5.5, 50% of 7 is 3.5. So he scored less than that. Clear? Next. Bimal received 72 out of 80 marks in French, 91 out of 100 in English, 63 out of 70 in Spanish, 44 out of 50 in Japanese. What is the total percentage achieved? Sir, 72 out of 80, 91 out of 100, 63 out of 70, 44 out of 50. This is what total mark. This is what secured mark. Sir, the answer will be 21336 plus 4 10 0 1 out there 70 10 80 170 60 230 plus 40 270 divided by 180 180 250 300. So how much he has scored? Sir, 0 0 crossed out. Sir, 0 100%, 0 crossed out. 3 9s are 27. So this is 90% he secured. So he secured how much? 90% of the mark. Option D. Clear? Next. For an examination, a practical is based subject, a total mark is 100, breakup of marks. So this is a homework. This will be a bit of calculative, but you need to do this. Okay. Now, new type. It is all about what? It is all about the election problems. Nowadays, you get confused. If you are a repeater, you will understand. You get confused in this type of questions. Now, what is this all about? In an election, 8% of the voters did not cast their vote. Two candidates contested in the election in which the winning candidate got 48% of the total votes and won the election by 1,100 votes. Find the total number of votes. Now, remember this theory. So for an example, in total election case, what will happen? So for an example, 1,000 people are there. This is what? The total population. Okay. Now, in some cases, there will be valid voters. Valid voter means they can vote. Now, whenever we will be talking about election, we will be always talking about the number of valid voters. Now, out of 1,000, there may be invalid voters. Okay. So, whenever we will do the calculation, we will do with the valid voter. Now, out of the valid voter, there will be two case scenarios. First scenario is what? First scenario is few people voted and few people did not cast vote. That means they did not go for the voting. Now, when the voted situation will come, there will be three situations. First, someone will get more votes, he will win. Second, someone will get less votes, he will lose. And out of these voted candidates, few votes will be dismissed or they were neutral. They did not vote for anything. They click on nota. They click on none of the above. So this vote won't be calculated. So only this type of vote will be calculated. So remember this theory and based on this logic we'll be solving this. It is saying in an election 8% voters did not cast the vote. So let's say there are 1,000 voters. 8% did not cast the vote. That means how many voters cast the vote? Sir, 920 cast the vote. Yes. Two candidates got the election, in which winning candidate got 48% of the total vote. Let's say he got 48%. So another candidate who was, I think there is an error in this question. So I will check again because I can't waste time here by checking this. So let's move to the next question. In a Panchayat election, a candidate A secured 30% of the total votes and did not qualify by 6 votes. Candidate B secured 40% of the total votes and got 6 votes more than the bare minimum. Basic, sir. 30%, let's say, sir, 3 by 10 of x did not qualify. So if you have got 6 more votes, he would have qualified. Now candidate B got 40% of the total vote and he received 6 more than the qualifying. So 4 by 10x minus 3 by 10x is equal to x by 10. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So the total number of vote is equal to 12 into 10 is equal to 120. That is option D. Clear? This is the number of voters. Next. Two candidates X and Y contested in an election. 80% of the voters casted their vote and there were no invalid votes. That means let's say total 1000 population was there. Okay. So 20% did not cast the vote because it is talking about 80% cast the vote. So total number of voted person is what? 80%. Okay. Now out of this 80%, X got 56% of the total vote. Y got the remaining, that is 40% of the remaining votes. Now understand this. Here there is no nota, no invalid, means this is the final voting percentage. Now X won because it has higher percentage of vote. By what is the margin? The margin was, sir, 12%. Now this 12% margin is equal to what? 1440 votes. So it is equal to 1440. Sir, 12% is 144. So 100% will be equal to what? 1440 by 12 into 100. Sir, 12 12 are 144. So this is equal to 12000. Now you can't take 12,000 over here as the total number of voter because this is equal to what? This is equal to the voted person. Here this amount has been distributed among these two, but this is what? 80%. That means 4 by 5 of total voter is equal to 12,000. 4 3s are 12. So total voter is equal to 5 into 3, that is 15,000. Answer option A. Be careful about what? Total number of voters in the voters list, not a total number of person who voted. Clear? Next. In an election between two candidates, 30% of the electorate did not cast their votes. 20% of votes pulled out were found invalid. So let's say 1000 people are there. 30% did not cast vote. That means 300 gone. So 700 people casted their votes. Out of 700, 20% gone. That means 140 votes invalid. Yes or no? So how many valid votes? Sir, 560. This is what? Valid votes. Now if I say what is the percentage of valid vote, you will say, sir, 56% valid votes. Clear? Now out of these valid votes, winning candidate got 64%. That means losing candidate got how much? 36%. So what is the margin, winning margin? Sir, 64 minus 36, that is equal to 28%. Now this 28% valid vote is equal to what? The majority. Won by majority of 3136. That means this is equal to 3136. So 100% votes, that means 100% valid vote is equal to 3136 divided by 28 into 100. 7 4s are 28. 7 4s are 28. 3 3. 7 4s are 28. 5 6. 7 8s are 56. Yes or no? Yes. So again I can solve it. 4 1s are 4. 4 1s are 4. 4 2s are 8. That is equal to 11200. This is what? This is, sir, number of valid votes. But sir, we need to find out total number of voters enrolled in the voter list. That is this amount we need to calculate. So sir, we know 56% is what? Valid votes. So 56% of total voter is equal to 11200. So 56 by 100 into total voter is equal to 11200. 56 2s are 112. So total voter is equal to 2000 into 100. That is equal to 2 lakh. 200 into 100, my bad. This is not 2000. This is 200. Okay. So this is 200 into 100 is equal to 2 lakh. Clear? Sorted? Next. In an election between PRS 1 by 10. So this is a homework. You need to practice it. It's a good concept. In election, Ajay Mohan are contesting for the secretary post or 9,000 workers. 80%. Very easy. Same question. You need to practice it. Otherwise, you won't have a hold of this type. Now, the next type. It is about what? Population. Now, in population problem, what it is saying? See, population problem, how the whole things work. So, let's say if population is increased or decreased X percentage. So new population will be, remember this, 100 plus X by 100 into old population. Now if says if it is again increased or decreased, then the same 100 plus X by 100 or 100 minus X in case of decrease will be done. Okay. Now if in a first year the population of a town decreased by 5% due to corona first wave, in the next year it decreased again by 5% due to the second wave, in the third year it increased by 5%. At the end of the third year the population was this. Sir, this seems like a successive percentage. Sir, first 5% drop, again 5% drop, minus minus plus, 25 by 100. So total drop is equal to minus 10 plus 2.5, so 0.25, my bad, that is equal to minus 9.75. Now out of this drop again increase of 5%, so 5% increase plus minus minus 9.75 can be written 975 by 100 into 5 divided by 100. Yes or no? Yes. Now this whole thing can be written as minus plus, so minus 4.75 minus 5 5s are 25, 5 7s are 35 plus 2 37, 5 9s are 45 plus 3 48, divided by how many 0? 1 2 3 4. So point this. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now this can be written as what? Sir, this will be minus 4.75 is already there, 5 8 13, 7 4 11 plus 1 12, 1 will be there, so this is 5.2375 drop. Now you need to calculate the whole thing based on this. Now understand how difficult it will be. Yes or no? Yes. But instead of all this, if I say, sir, let's say this number of population was this much. After decrease, it became 100 minus X, that means 95 by 100. Then again the decrease happened, that means 95 by 100. Then again the increase happened, that means 105 by 100. Yes or no? Yes. Is equal to, let me erase it so that you can solve it, 947625. Yes or no? Yes. Now, so this can be further solved. 5 19s are 95, 5 20s are 100, 5 19s are 95, 5 20s are 100, 5 20s are 100, 5 21s are 105. Now, sir, this is 947625. Sir, 19 5s are 95, so it will be 194 is equal to 76. Sir, 76 means how much remaining? Sir, 187. So you can further solve it and find the answer. So I will keep it as homework for calculation, because I should not waste more time on calculation over here. It is simple calculation. That's all about the question. Okay. Next. The population of a village has been continuously increased at the rate of 10%. If the present population is this much, what was it 2 years ago? So let's say 2 years ago the population was X. So it got increased by 10%. So 110 by 10, 100, that is 11 by 10. Again it got increased by 10%. So now the population is 54,450. This question has been asked multiple times. Same question. Now, so remember, 11 4s are 44, 104 remaining. 11 9s are 99, 55, 11 5s are 55, 0 here. Now again divided by 11, 11 4s are 44, 55, 11 5s are 55, 0. So X value, that means 2 years ago its population was 450 into 100, that means 45,000. Option B is the right answer. Clear? This is how you can directly solve the population question. Next. In a town, 80% of the population are adults, of which population of men and women is in the ratio of 2:3. If the number of adults men is 1.2 lakh, what is the total population? Now understand this. 80% population adult. That means 20% are not adult. Okay. Now out of this 80%, 2:3 what? Men, women. Now this 2 part of men is equal to 1.2 lakh. So 1 part is equal to what? 0.6 lakhs. So 3 part is equal to 3 into 0.6, that is 1.8 lakhs. So that means the total population of men and women is equal to 1.2 lakh plus 1.8 lakh, that is equal to 3 lakh. Now this 3 lakh is what? This 3 lakh is, sir, 80% of the total population. That means 4 by 5 of total population is equal to 3 lakh. Sir, total population will be 3 into 5, that is 15 by 4 lakh. or I can say 4 3s are 12. So 3 here, 4 7s are 28, 2 here, 4 5s are 20. So 3.75 lakh is what? Total population. Simple as it is. Clear? Next. The population of town is increased from this to this. What is the average percentage of increase of population? Now, understand this. 18500. Okay. This was the 000. This was the population. It got increased by 100 plus x by 100. Then again it got increased by 100 plus x by 100. It increased how many times? In a decade. So here what will happen? Sir, I can write if the same percentage of increase is happening. For 2 years I can write this is square of that. For 3 years I can write this is cube of that because it will be increased 3 times. So for a decade I can write it as 10 times from this to 2,77,500. Yes or no? Yes. 0 0 crossed out. Yes or no? Yes. Now if I divide it by 5, 5 3s are 15, 3 5 5 7s are 15, 0 0 here. Sir, if I divide it by 5, 5 5s are 25, 2 7 5 5s are 25, 2 7 5 5s are 27. Yes or no? Yes. Now again if I divide it by 5, sir, this is 5 7s are 35, 2 0 5 4s are 20. This is 5 1 1 1. Yes or no? Yes. Now, sir, this means 100 plus x by 100 to the power 10 is equal to 111 by 74. Yes or no? Yes. Now we need to find it. Now see, this is basic. What it is saying, 74 is increased to in 10 years and become 5%, 111. Now understand this. If I say it is increased by 5%, that means every year 5% increase, 5% increase, 5% increase, 5% increase for 10 years. So even if I do not calculate increase over increase, it will be at least 50% increase. Yes or no? Sir, 74's 15% is equal to 37, which is equal to 111. Yes or no? Yes. Sir, that means I have not calculated the increase over increase, because whatever it happened after a year, the total amount will be increased again. That means whatever we calculate the percentage, it should be less than 5, because if we take 5, it should be more than 111. So the percentage increase is what? 4.37 percentage. Here you will be doing using your own logic, your own common sense, because if I say the population was 100 in the first year, it got increased by 5%. So the population is what now? 105. Now it got again increased by 5%. So the population will be, you know what, 110.25. So if I see that it is increased by 5% and 5%, the bare minimum increase is 10, plus there is also increase of 0.25. Same case in 10 years, it should be more than 111. That means in order to get 111, the percentage average increase should be less than 5%, because for every other numbers it will be more than that. So the answer is 4.37%. Clear? This is how you should be using your logic. Next. Same population of town is increasing by 20%. If present population is 80 lakhs, then what is the difference between population of 3 years ago and 2 years ago? This is a homework. Completely silly question. Next. The new type, it is about what? It is about the commission problems. Now, commission means what? If let's say this is the target or this is the threshold, if you sell more than that, you get a commission on it. Yes or no? Yes. Because you are doing overwork. So for overwork, you will get overpayment. Okay. Now a salesman got a 15% commission on selling amount of 10,000. He got 5% bonus on selling more than 10,000. How much amount he got for selling products of 30,000? Now understand. Total selling how much? Sir, total selling is 30,000. A salesman got 15% commission on selling amount of 10,000. That means for every 10,000 he got 15%. So 15% for 10,000 for 30,000, it will be 15% of 30,000. That is equal to what? 4,500. This is what? This is his commission. Now again on this, if he sells more than 10,000, he got 5%. So How much he has sold more than 10,000? 20,000. So on 20,000 he got how much? 5%. That means that is equal to what? 1,000. This is what? This is the bonus. So its total earning is what? Sir, that is 5,500 earning. Option D. Clear? You need to understand bonus is on what? Bonus is on the increased amount, not on the total amount. Commission on the what? Commission was here in the total selling amount. Next. A salesman gets 10% commission on the total sales and extra bonus of 2.5% on sales above 10,000. If he earns 2,875 rupees, find the total number of sales. Now understand this. If I say X was the total sales, so he will get 10% of X plus what is the remaining? That means X minus 10,000. This is what? This is the add-on above 10,000. He will get what? 2.5%, which is equal to what? 2875. Yes or no? Yes. Sir, I can write X by 10 plus here, sir, it will be, if I take out the decimal here, I can write it directly 25 by 100 into divided by 10 because I'm taking out the decimal. So this is 25 4s are 100. So this is 1 by 40. So this is X by 40 minus 4. So this will be 2500 divided by 10. So that means 250 is equal to 2875. Simple calculation I'm doing. Okay. Nothing special over here. Okay. Now X by 10 plus X by 40, the denominator will be 40. This will be 4X plus X, 5X. Now this will be 2875 plus 250. Sir, 505, 75, 20, 12, 20, 28 plus 2, 30 plus 1, 31. This is the answer. Sir, 5 8s are 40. So X value is equal to 3125 into 8, which is equal to 25,000. Clear? So the answer is 25,000. A company gives 12% commission to his salesman on total sales and 1% bonus over 15,000. If 15,000 sales, if salesman deposit 5,235 after deducting his commission from the total sales, find the total sales. Now, what is happening? Sir, let's say X% was the total sales volume. Okay. This is what after selling the product company received. Yes or no? Now based on this, the salesman will get the bonus. So 12% first on the sales plus above 15,000. That means on the difference he is getting what? How much percentage? 1% commission. That is 1 by 100 is equal to the total commission. Yes or no? Yes. Now if I take out this total commission out of the total sales, what I am getting? I am getting this amount because he is depositing this amount after deducting his total commission out of the total sales. That is equal to 52,350. Yes or no? Now what will happen? Sir, X minus 12X by 100. Sir, here plus, here minus, so it will be minus X by 100 because I am multiplying 100 as well. Minus plus 15,000 divided by 100 is equal to 150, which is equal to 52,350. So I can write 100 as the denominator. So this is 100x minus 12x minus x. So directly written 13x is equal to 52,350 minus 150, that is 52,200. So this can be written as 87x divided by 100 is equal to 52200. Sir, 87 6 ja 522. So the value of x is equal to what? 600 into 100. That is 60,000 rupees. So what is the total sales? The total sales was 60,000 rupees. Clear? This may seem difficult. This may seem calculative at the beginning, but when you solve it, you will get it sorted. Next. A company allows 15%, 12% commission on total sales. But if the salesman is appointed on a fixed salary of this much and 9% of commission on sales more than 30,000, the salesman get this much. So this is a homework. This will be a calculative question. So it should be a homework for all of you. Now, the Venn diagram, most anticipated question. Sir, it is saying 500 candidates appeared in an examination. Total number of students 500. Tests are English, Hindi and Mathematics. English, Hindi, Mathematics. 30 candidates failed in English only. Only English. 75 failed in Hindi only. 50 failed in Mathematics only. 15 failed in both English and Hindi. 17 failed in both Hindi and Mathematics. 17 failed in both Mathematics and English. 5 failed in all subjects. What is the percentage of candidate who failed in only one subject? Who failed in only one subject? Now, sir, only one means this is the only students, yes or no? Sir, that means 30 plus 75 plus 50 out of 500 multiply by 100% is double zero crossed out. Sir, 75 30 is equal to 105 plus 50 is equal to 155 by 5. Sir, 5 3s are 15, 5 1s are 1. So what is the percentage? 31%. Basic. Next. Candidates appear, same question it is saying what is the percentage of candidate who failed in at least one subject? That means at least one means only one plus 2 plus all, or even if 3 or 4 is there. So now, sir, only one, how many? Sir, 30 plus 75 plus 50. Again, both 12. So 15 in English and Hindi, 17 in Hindi and Mathematics, 17 in Mathematics and English, and 5 in all subject. Divided by total students 500. Yes or no? Yes. So that means the total is 155 plus 15, that is equal to 170, plus 5 175 plus 34, 175 plus 34 is equal to 209 by 500 into 100%, 0 0 crossed out. 5 4s are 20, 5 1s are 1, 4 0 5 8s are. So the answer is 41 point. This is 8. Okay, this is 8. So the answer is option D. Clear? Because they failed in at least one. Got it? In an examination, 53% of the candidates failed in science, 48% failed in mathematics, and 40% failed in both. Okay. What percentage passed in both subjects? Now understand this. This is science. This is mathematics. 40% students failed in both. Let's say 40 students failed in both the subject. But in science, total failure 53. That means what is remaining? 13. 48 failed in math, but 40 here failed in both. So 8 failed in math. So total failure is what? 13 plus 8, 21 plus 40, 61. Total failure. Total pass 100 minus 61. That is equal to 39%. Option D. Clear? Next. This is all about what? This is all about mixture of problems. There are two siblings in a family. A's pocket money is 30% of total amount. If he spent 20%, then his savings is 144. Then find the savings of B if he spends 50% and his pocket money is 20% of the total amount. Okay, now let's say the pocket money is equal to X. Now what happens in A? A got 30% of X because he receives 30%, that means 3 by 10X. B receives what? B receives 20%. He is sitting, if he spends 50% and his pocket money is 20% of the total amount, that means 2 by 10x. This is what B's. Now A spends 20%. If he spends 20% and saves, so out of this he is spending how much? 20%. So what is it saving? Sir, saving is 80%. That means 4 by 5 of 3 by 10x is equal to 144. Okay, 4 3s are 12. So 12 12s are 144. So x is equal to 12 into 50. That is equal to 600. Yes or no? Yes. That means total pocket money is equal to what? 600. Now, in case of B, B spends 50% of this. Now B receives how much? Sir, B receives 2 by 10 into 600. 0 0 crossed out. 2 6 are 120. Out of 120, B spends 50%. So 60 is gone. So how much B is saving? Sir, B is saving only 60 rupees. That's all. Very basic. Next. The sum of two numbers is 205. If one of these numbers is reduced by 5% and other is increased by 10%, the resulting numbers are equal to each other. Find the smaller of the two numbers. Are very basic. So let's say two numbers 205. One is x, another will be 205 minus x. Yes or no? Yes. Now let's say x is reduced by 5%. So x is what? 95 by 100, that is 19 by 20x. And the other is increased by 10%, that means other is 205 minus x into 11 by 10. Yes or no? If I add both, they are equal. Sorry, the resulting is what? They are equal to each other. That means this value is equal to this value. That means 19x by 20 plus x into 11 by 20. That means 11x by 10 is equal to 205 into 11 by 10. Or I can write 20 here is the LCM. 19 plus 22. So it will be 41x is equal to 205 into 11 by 10. Sir, 10 2s are 20, 41 5s are 150. So x is equal to 5 into 2, 10 into 11, 110. So the value of x is what? 110. So 205 minus 110 will be what? So 205 minus 110 will be 95. So which is the smallest one? Sir, 95 is the smallest one. Option A is the right answer. Clear? Next. 15 kg of grapes in a which 90% of the content was water. See, I will give you to try this as a homework. If you do not able to solve it, then I will solve it in the Telegram. Okay. Now, a student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. What is this percentage? So let's say the number was x. So he multiplied 3 by 5. So the resulting is 3. But he has to multiply it 5 by 3. This was what? Correct. This was what? Incorrect. So what is the percentage error? Sir, correct minus incorrect divided by correct into 100. Sir, this can be written as 15, that is 25 minus 9x by 5 by 3x into 100. Sir, this can be written as 16 by 15 into 3 by 5x into 100%. Sir, 5, 20, 3, 5, 5, 4, 16 into 4 is equal to 64%. So what is the percentage error? Percentage error is 64%. Clear? This sort of question is asked multiple times in SSC CGL and CHSL examination. So be prepared about it. Next. If both the length and breadth of a cuboid is increased by 50%, then by how much percentage it should be read? Sir, very basic homework. Okay. So guys, this was all about percentage. I covered all types with very good level of questions. Now your job is to go through the class notes when it will be shared, get ready with all the concepts and practice it as many times as possible. See you in the next class, 10:30 AM tomorrow, profit and loss class. Okay, bye bye, see ya.